Welcome back to Soap Secrets Exposed, the ultimate channel for all things daytime drama. If you're a diehard fan of the bold and the beautiful, or just dipping your toes into the wild world of Forrester family feuds and villainous twists, you're in for a treat today. I'm your host, your name, and today we're diving deep, really deep, into one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries in B&B history. What really happened to Sheila Carter and Massimo Marone's secret daughter? And hold on to your seats because we're tying this into the explosive recent revelations involving the character Dylan. This is going to be a long one, folks. We're unpacking over 2 decades of storyline, character backstories, episode recaps, fan theories, and the latest 2026 spoilers. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more soap opera breakdowns. Let's jump in. First things first, to understand the saga of Sheila and Massimo's daughter, we need to go way back to the roots of these iconic characters. Sheila Carter, played by the incomparable Kimberlin Brown, is arguably one of the most notorious villains in soap opera history. She first burst onto our screens in 1990 on The Young and the Restless before crossing over to The Bold and the Beautiful in 1992. Sheila's a master manipulator, a schemer extraordinaire with a rap sheet that includes kidnappings, shootings, identity theft, and enough fake deaths to make a cat jealous. Her obsession with the Forrester family, particularly Eric Forrester, drove much of her early chaos. But Sheila's not just a one-note bad guy, she's got layers. Her backstory reveals a troubled childhood, abusive relationships, and a desperate need for love and family that often manifests in the most destructive ways. Over the years, we've seen her give birth to several children. Mary Warwick with James Warwick, twins Daisy and Ryder Callahan from her time on Y&R. And more recently the revelation of her son Finn, John Finnegan, with Jack Finnegan. But it's her fleeting, passionate encounter with Massimo Marone that gave us the enigmatic Diana Carter. Now let's talk about Massimo Marone. Portrayed by the late Joseph Mascalo, who soap fans will forever remember as Stefano Di Mera from Days of Our Lives, Massimo entered The Bold and the Beautiful in 2001 as a powerful shipping magnate with deep ties to the Forrester world. He was revealed to be the biological father of Ridge Forrester, shaking up the family dynamics and pitting him against the likes of Eric. Massimo was all about legacy, power, and protecting his bloodline. He had sons like Nick Marone and even tangled with Jackie Marone, but his one-night stand with Sheila in the early 2000s was a plot twist no one saw coming. It was a moment of vulnerability for both, Sheila, ever the opportunist, and Massimo, the stoic tycoon. Their brief affair wasn't built on love. It was more a collision of 2 strong-willed forces in a high-stakes world. Little did Massimo know, that encounter would plant the seed for a child who would vanish into soap opera limbo. The storyline truly kicks off in 2002 to 2003, during one of Sheila's many returns to Los Angeles. At this point, Sheila had already caused havoc, shooting Taylor Hayes, kidnapping various characters, and faking her own demise multiple times. But in a desperate bid to reclaim some power or perhaps blackmail Massimo, she drops the ultimate bombshell. Picture this. Massimo is in a tense confrontation with Sheila, who's cornered and about to face the consequences of her latest scheme. In a dramatic flourish, Sheila opens her coat to reveal a tiny baby girl strapped inside. "This is our daughter Diana," she declares, stunning Massimo and everyone around him. The baby, played by infant actresses Tatum and Dakota O'Brien in her brief appearances, was said to be the result of their passionate night together. Massimo's reaction? A mix of shock, denial, and reluctant acknowledgement. His sons, Ridge, then played by Ron Moss, and Nick Jack Wagner, even catch a glimpse of the child, adding credibility to Sheila's claim. This wasn't just a throwaway plot. It was meant to humanize Sheila, showing her as a mother willing to use her own child as leverage. But here's where things get murky, and this is the heart of what really happened. After the big reveal, Sheila doesn't stick around to co-parent or integrate Diana into the Marone family. Instead, true to her chaotic nature, she grabs the infant and flees. The show depicts Sheila on the run, evading authorities and Massimo's influence. We see glimpses of her cradling the baby in hiding spots, whispering promises of a better life. However, as Sheila's arc shifts, leading to her arrest, imprisonment, and subsequent deaths, Diana simply disappears. No mentions of foster care, no custody battles, no tearful goodbyes. By 2004, Sheila returns to the canvas without a peep about her daughter. Fans were left scratching their heads. Was Diana adopted? Hidden away? Or just another victim of Sheila's unstable life? The writers seemed to drop the thread, focusing instead on Sheila's obsessions with the Forresters and her crossovers back to Y&R. For years, Diana became one of those forgotten children in soap lore, much like other dropped plotlines in B&B history. Fast forward through the decades, and Sheila's character evolves, but her maternal instincts remain a recurring theme. In the 2010s and 2020s, her other kids. Finn's adoption storyline in 2021 brought Sheila back with a vengeance, leading to shootings, attacks, yes really, and toe-chopping insanity. But Diana? Crickets. Fans on forums like Reddit and Soap Central speculated endlessly. Maybe Diana was given up for adoption and would return as a vengeful adult. Or perhaps she died off-screen, a tragic casualty of Sheila's lifestyle. Some theories tied her to existing characters. Could Luna Nozawa, introduced in 2023 as Poppy's daughter and later revealed with ties to Finn, be connected? Luna's mysterious paternity and artistic bent fueled rumors, but nothing stuck. Massimo, meanwhile, faded from the show after 2006, his death mentioned off-screen in 2014, leaving no one to pursue the Diana mystery. Enter 2026 and oh boy, does B&B deliver a bombshell that ties everything together. As of January 2026 episodes, the rumor mill explodes with the introduction of Dylan, a homeless art teacher played by newcomer Sydney Bullock. Dylan first appears in late 2025 as an enigmatic figure mentoring young artists in LA, with a backstory of hardship and resilience. She's got that edgy, mysterious vibe, long hair, paint-stained clothes, and a sharp wit that hints at deeper secrets. Fans immediately notice similarities to Sheila. The cunning smile, the manipulative undertones, and even physical resemblances to Kimberlin Brown's portrayal. But the real twist comes in the January 8, 2026 episode, airdate aligning with our current timeline. During a heated confrontation at Il Giardino, Sheila's favorite haunt, Dylan corners Sheila and drops the DNA bombshell. I'm Diana Carter, your daughter with Massimo Marone. Let's recap that episode in detail because it's gold. The scene opens with Sheila sipping wine, scheming her next move against Steffi Forrester. Dylan approaches pretending to be a fan but quickly turns intense. You don't recognize me, do you, mother? She says, pulling out an old photo of baby Diana. Sheila laughs it off at first, classic denial. But as Dylan recounts details only Sheila would know, like the night of the reveal, Massimo's shocked face, the coat trick, the villainous falters. Flashbacks ensue. We see archival footage from 2003, remastered for modern viewers, showing Sheila fleeing with the infant. Dylan explains her what happened story. After Sheila's arrest in 2003, Diana was placed in foster care. She bounced around systems, changed her name to Dylan to escape her mother's infamous legacy, and honed her art skills as a coping mechanism. But resentment brewed. Why did Sheila abandon her? Why no search? The episode ends with Sheila speechless, tears in her eyes as Dylan vows revenge. You left me to rot. Now I'll take everything you love. This reveal isn't just fan service. It's a masterstroke of soap writing. It connects dots from 23 years ago, revitalizing Sheila's arc. Massimo's legacy lives on through Dylan/Diana, potentially stirring up Marone family drama. Ridge, now aware of a half-sister, grapples with his father's secrets. Nick Marone, if he returns, could play protector. And let's not forget the ties to Finn and Luna. Dylan bonds with Luna over art, hinting at aunt-niece dynamics. Luna's confusion, you look familiar, adds layers. Spoilers for January 10th to 15th, 2026. Tease DNA tests confirming the paternity, with Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, getting involved, perhaps funding the test or suspecting his own connection. Remember that 2024 fake-out where a different Diana was his realtor. Red herring. But is this really what happened or more soap retconning? B&B is notorious for rewriting history. Sheila's been dead how many times? Fans debate. Original scripts from 2003 never specified Diana's fate, leaving room for this. Some argue Dylan's age doesn't match. Diana would be around 23 in 2026 and Sydney Bullock fits. Others point to inconsistencies like Sheila's memory lapses due to her mental health. Fan theories abound. Is Dylan really Diana, or a con artist using Sheila's past? Maybe Sugar, Sheila's lookalike from YNR crossovers, is involved. Rumors from Facebook groups suggest Dylan could be Sugar's daughter, not Sheila's. Or perhaps a twin twist, echoing Sheila's own multiples. Let's break down the implications for major characters. Sheila. This forces her to confront motherhood beyond obsession. We've seen her doting on Finn, but Diana's return exposes neglect. Will Sheila reform or manipulate Dylan into her schemes? Massimo's ghost looms. Flashbacks could bring Joe Mascalo back via AI or archives. For the Forresters, Ridge's world shakes again. Another Marone. He quips in previews. Steffi sees Dylan as a threat, fearing alliance with Sheila. Hope Logan, ever the optimist, might befriend Dylan, leading to love triangles. Dylan's eye on Zend Forrester? Wild speculation, but soaps thrive on it. Expanding on fan reactions. Social media exploded post-reveal. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtag Dylan as Diana trended, with users posting memes of Sheila's shocked face. Reddit's r/bold and beautiful has threads dissecting clues. Dylan's art style mirroring Sheila's creative manipulations. YouTube comments on spoiler videos like Sheila left speechless, demand more, bring back Massimo, or Diana vs Luna catfight incoming. Behind the scenes, Kimberlyn Brown teased in interviews, Soap Opera Digest January 2026, that this arc explores Sheila's vulnerability. Sydney Bullock, in her first major role, brings fresh energy. Her improv in the reveal scene reportedly wowed producers. Theories for future. Dylan infiltrates Forrester creations via art designs, sabotages from within. Romance with Finn's son Hayes? Or alliance with Tom Deacon's rival, for chaos. Sheila might die again, leaving Dylan to carry the villain torch. Comparisons to other soaps, like GL's Riva Shane Kids or Days Lost Children. In conclusion, what really happened to Sheila and Massimo's secret daughter? Born in secrecy, revealed dramatically, abandoned in chaos, and now resurfaced as Dylan in 2020's X's twists. It's classic B&B, endless drama, family secrets and redemption arcs. What do you think? Is Dylan legit or another fake-out? Comment below, share your theories and subscribe for weekly recaps. Thanks for watching this monster breakdown. See you next time on Soap Secrets Exposed. Peace out.